Hello everyone. So back into the camping. It's Good Friday, so after working back to back 12-hour shifts, I finally managed to get on the road. Now it's close to 5 p.m. I think. It's 20 past 4 in the afternoon, so we don't have too much light left, probably 2 hours. And I've come to this campsite before. Easter is one of the biggest camping holidays or weekends in Australia, or Victoria anyway, where I live. Last time I came here on a Easter weekend, the place was chockers, 300 plus people. So I'm just going to drive around, have a look, and we might just try and find a spot just off the path where we can set up, be a little bit stealthy, and hopefully nobody sees us, catches us out, and yeah, we'll survive the night. Anyway guys, I'll continue along and might just show you a bit of the track as we go along. So every time I come to this campground, which has been, what, 3-4 times I'd say, the road's always been pretty good. You know, it's a very popular camping spot in my state, so it gets a lot of traffic, no potholes. Yeah, it's a bit twisty, as you expect on these unmarked trails, and they're a little bit tight, so when cars come by, like one just did then, kind of just have to shift to the side and hope there's enough room. Never had any problems. I guess the only problem you'd have if there were 2 people towing caravans, that would probably be the most trouble you'd get. But luckily, that's something I don't have to deal with because I don't tow caravans or trailers. Not camping anyway. No need to. I can fit everything that I need in the car and boot. So just keep that in mind if you come here. But there's a lot of people with caravans down there, so must obviously have enough space to get by. All right, I'm going to continue along. All right, coming into the campground now, and it is packed. I can already see it from here. There are hundreds of people down here. Whoa. People are camping everywhere. Even down by the river. Not sure if we can see it through the trees, but there are people absolutely everywhere. There's one down there by the river, another one over here. Just anywhere people can find somewhere to set up. So this day area car park, it just had about 30 plus people here. Kids swimming by the little river down there, dipping their feet in the creek. They were playing some AFL footy over here, just kicking the ball around. So I just didn't want to do too much filming while there are children around, which is everyone can understand. Lots of people do a walk from the campground down this way because further along the track, you cross along the bridge there's actually some waterfalls, which are pretty nice. I will head down there to later on or tomorrow morning and check them out because it's definitely worth getting on video just to show you guys what kind of attractions are around here or what kind of scenery we have. You know, just about everywhere is pretty beautiful, but when you top it off with some waterfalls, you can't go wrong. So I'm just waiting for this place to calm down a little bit more before I go for a little bit of a hunt around and find my spot. So this is the day visitor area. Now there are signs around the place that do say no camping. As you can see here. No fires. Look, I'm not gonna do a fire tonight. I was listening to the radio as I was driving here. It said it was 25 degrees Celsius in the city. And look, I'm in a t-shirt and a pair of jeans now, and I can feel the chill starting to kick in. Always seems to be the case when you're near some water. Okay, the creek down here, plus the waterfall further along. It always does seem to be colder, so it's going to be a chilly night. I already expected that, but I'll just rug up like I normally do. If I need to boil some kettles to get the hot water bottles going, I'll do that as well. But yeah, it's a really nice area here, very picturesque. They've done a really good job here maintaining everything. They've got this kind of boardwalk crossing over, and it's just a really lovely area. So I might head down for a walk and just check out what kind of places we can see further along the track from the car park. Just approaching the clearing now. So it runs directly past the creek. I can hear it. And looks like there's a few little walking trails. Not much space to really set up a camp. Possibly a river crossing here. If we continue along, let's just have a look. Alright, so the creek is right here. In terms of crossing the river, it's not too hard with nothing to carry, but if you were to carry my large backpack, maybe not so much. All my equipment in it, and I really don't want to be crossing rivers with a backpack. Everything's pretty stable and the rocks aren't too wet, so I'm not going to have any problems slipping over, but it's like a bit of a maze. Choose your direction. What path will you take? But yeah, look, this is a little bit in a too hard basket, so I'm not going to bother crossing the river and trying to set up camp here. I'm sure I can find another spot closer to the car park or further along towards the waterfall. So let's make our way back and that away towards the waterfall and see if we can find anything. So that's the waterfalls we've got here from a distance. I'll try and get a little bit closer, but my obsession with water, falling into water, like in past videos, I didn't fall fully in, but I still technically fell. Must be the Aquarian in me. Being born in January, I fall into the Aquarius star sign, so that must be my obsession with water.
Hey, hey. Don't keep 3 points of contact.
You have to what, sorry?
Keep 3 points of contact. Don't stand it up. I feel like it's been rough on.
So I was just down at the waterfall and got stuck chatting to a few people who were camping at the campsite. They said it's pretty crazy down there, which we could obviously see from when I was driving through. And going by what I experienced 2 years ago, that does not surprise me one bit. So hunting around down near the waterfall, it's not great. I'm not going to find anywhere to camp. But I'm going to head back to the car park now, because just in front of where I actually parked my car, there's just some dense bushland, dense trees, and I think I can probably set up amongst all of that, just walk in 100 meters or so and set up, and hopefully the ground's not too hard. But all in all, the waterfall, good experience. There were even some people swimming, which is ridiculous. I felt the water, and you're asking for hypothermia if you're staying there too long. So if you want to take your chance at jumping in the water, make sure you bring your towel and rug up. Then maybe have a few drinks and warm your blood up, because it was, yeah, pretty chilly. Okay, so the car park has been cleared, which means we can head into where I want to go. Let me just flip the camera around, because I've got my hands all full. I've got my esky, my drink, and kettle, of course, just in case we need our hot water bottles. So let me just lock up the car, and then we'll sneak into these woods just behind this day visitor area sign. I don't think we're going to have any trouble here tonight. It's doesn't seem like after a certain point or after nightfall people will actually come here. It's more just going to be an early morning thing and during the day. And with good weather ahead, I think tomorrow is about 26 degrees Celsius, so we're going to have quite a few people down here, so it'll be one of those situations where we want to get in and out. What do we got around here? In and out, so we can cause no trouble for locals or anyone around. So I found a relatively flat spot. It looks like somebody else has found this before me, and they've left a bit of a mess. So I've got this spring water bottle here, which has still got a little bit of water in it. I think this is a pretty safe bet for tonight. It's pretty flat, far enough back from the car park so no one can see me, and the ground's nice and soft and even, so I won't have any issues with sleeping. So I'll just go back to the car, get my esky, get everything else that I need, and we'll set up camp for tonight and relax for a little bit. So you can hear some people walking along the walking trail over there, but I should be okay. I'll just keep the light down. I'll just get my sleeping pad put in there, quick to set up, just a couple of blows and roll of the air sac, and it's ready to go. And I'm just going to use the sleeping bag that I used last time, so it's not the greatest. We'll see how we go with temperatures later on tonight. May have to boil a kettle or two, and at the moment it's okay, but I've got 2 jackets on, so that's the other thing. Anyway, let's get it all set up, and after that, let's just sit back, relax, and take in the scenery. Okay, so I've got it all set up. Got my sleeping pad in there. unraveled my sleeping bag. The temperature's not too bad at the moment, so I'll just see how the night goes on for the next hour or so and make that call if I need any extra materials for warmth. There's our 2-man tent set up. I've stuffed everything inside, so now it's just a matter of staying quiet, staying stealthy, and that's about it. Maybe have a quick bite, a couple of drinks, and just relax. I can hear a lot of people from the campground, which is expected. These weekends when there's that many people crammed into a campground, you know, there's a lot of drinking, a lot of people, you know, socializing, so groups of mates, there's going to be music till late or early in the morning, however you want to look at it. And, you know, as long as everyone has a good time while they're away camping, that's the main thing. So it's very, very quiet at the moment. I can't even hear anyone from the campground, and it's not too far away, so I thought people would be partying a lot harder on a Friday night public holiday, but obviously not, or I'm further away from the campground than what I thought. Anyway, tonight for dinner I've decided to do a little bit of a cheat meal. So I've just got, earlier on today I went into a suburb close by and I bought myself a roast pork banh mi roll. Brilliant. It's always better when you first buy them. Obviously, everything's better fresh, but you know, you can't complain. A good, easy, cheap meal while camping. $6, $6.50. Great. Okay, so we'll just get the kettle boiling. It'll take a while to heat up. There's over a litre of water in there. So once these get boiled, I'll fill them up, and then I'm just going to crawl into bed because I'm pretty pooped. I'm sure everyone's pretty pooped. Tomorrow's a new day, so we'll do some adventuring tomorrow, and hopefully we get to the next site, wherever I decide to go, at a relatively early time, and I can do a little bit more filming with light, because using lanterns is one thing, or lights, torches is one thing, but it's always better to get some filming done when there's actually some natural light. Alright, so it's around 8:30 PM now. I haven't heard a peep for the last hour and a half since the last report of sound that I made. So I think tonight's going to be pretty peaceful. Most people are probably at the campground, and when it's pitch black, people don't want to be out and about, so especially around campgrounds. So I think we're going to have a pretty peaceful night. Anyway, I'm going to have hopefully a very decent sleep. Feels like I need to catch up from yesterday, even though I had a good one last night. So anyway, everyone, I will see you in the morning, and hopefully there's no issues tonight. Night all. Hey, good morning, everyone. So it's 6:45 in the morning. The sun's starting to come up, and I've been awake for a little while, just been tossing and turning a bit, so I think it's time I get up, get this packed up, and maybe we'll go for a walk down to the campgrounds so I can use the bathroom, and we can just show you how many people are actually there. Most people will be asleep, so no one's going to have any complaints about me walking around filming. Yeah, most people will definitely be well and truly asleep. Some probably didn't even go to bed until an hour ago, which is crazy, but hey, when you're on holidays, that's alright. Alright guys, I'll get this packed up and then let's make a move. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to try and get everything packed into this bag. Hopefully I can do it all in one trip. I did it yesterday in one trip, so it shouldn't be an issue. Just once you pack something once, you take things out, you can never really get it back the same way unless you take it all out again and put it back in. So that's what I'm going to do, and hopefully it fits in and we have no drama. Okay, so I got my bag packed. I'm gonna head back to the car and put everything in there that I can. I will have to come back for a second trip because I want to grab that of my trash plus that big spring water bottle. I do like to try and clean up a little bit when I'm around at campsites, but sometimes you just don't have the manpower or enough garbage bags to take anything. But large things like that, cans, bottles, you know, you can just bring them along with you. Helps with places not getting closed. I've seen that happen a lot. Places get wrecked or trashed too much, people leaving bottles, cans in fire pits, and it doesn't look good for everyone. It's just those one person can wreck it for everyone. So if everyone just does their bit, take something with them, hopefully we never have any issues like that. The car has a nice amount of frost on it. So it has been a cold night. Dew over parts of the grass, and it's still dead quiet down here, so it looks like I'm the early riser today. Usually I'm a little bit late. I like to have a bit of a sleep in. So I guess that makes up for all the times where I've slept in today. But I already knew I had to be in late, out early for that spot. People would probably have raised their eyebrows. Hey, what's this guy doing walking out of the woods at 9 o'clock in the morning when the car park's full and there's 30 people hanging around? So did the right thing. No issues. Just gonna head back in and go grab that spring water bottle and bag of rubbish, and then we'll head down to the campsite and we'll see how busy it is down there. So we'll find somewhere later to get rid of all this. Not that it's much, but at least it's helping a little bit. Save some other poor bugger a volunteer who works around here from cleaning it up. Alright, guys, let's head down to the campsite. Just want to go freshen up, get my blood pumping. It's a cold morning. It's going to be a nice day, 26 degrees Celsius from what I heard on the radio yesterday, so we're in for a great day, and let's get on with it. So this track kind of runs along the drive in here, the track that we used to drive in here, and then kind of diverts into the forest and in towards the campground. Got a no camping and fires prohibited sign again. So they are onto that. People must have been camping here in the past. Down here, the stream or creek. Just so peaceful, it's so quiet. All you can hear are birds, the water running. No rowdy campers, no music blaring. Maybe if you come at 10 p.m. at night, 10 p.m. at night, that's what you'd expect. Alright, wow, so I'm coming up to the entrance to the campground from this walk, and I can already see about 40 cars, and this is a large campground, so there could be, yeah, well over 100 cars here, 200 cars even. Anyway, let's walk in and have a little bit of a suss around. It's pretty quiet. Along the walk I only passed, it was about a 10-minute walk past 2 people. So let's see what kind of activity we've got around here. Come on. Alright, just before I saw a kookaburra perched on that day parking only sign, which is pretty cool. Didn't see that on the last trip for the whole time, which is pretty amazing because they're not too uncommon here in Victoria. I do see them most times they go away, so it was good to get that on film, so you guys can kind of see what wildlife is around the area. I guess where I went to last time, east to Gippsland, it was more goannas. There were birds, but I just didn't see the kookaburra. And don't ask me the names of any of those birds. I'm not a bird enthusiast. So anyway, I'm just going to do a lazy breakfast. I'm going to have a Red Bull this morning. Seeing as the shops were closed yesterday, I didn't have time, or it wasn't possible actually, to buy any milk unless I bought it from a service station at inflated prices. And I wasn't keen on doing that. So I'm just going to use my little butane stove. This thing has been a lifesaver, and it's great for hiking, compact. No issues at all with this so far, and these butane cylinders, 500 gram butane cylinders, they seem to last and last and last. So I do recommend, if you don't have one and you want something that's going to be a little bit more stealthier stealthier kit. You don't want to be carrying around one of those big cooking stoves. They kind of gives away everything when you're carrying around a butane stove. That'll raise eyebrows, definitely. So anyway, I'm just going to cook an easy, lazy breakfast, just some sausages, and yeah, we'll get on our way. We'll go grab a coffee and go enjoy the day and find the next spot. Alright, hi everyone. Just before I head off from this campground where I was staying, I'm just going to go for a bit of a walk towards the waterfall and just see if there's any way to get up to the top. If there actually is, I'm just going to have a bit of a suss and see what it's like up there in terms of space, clearing, the level of the ground, to see if I can actually set a tent up or my sleeping mat up there, because I wouldn't mind just camping next to the top of a waterfall. So let's just go see if there's any way of actually getting up there. Okay everyone, so I've made it to the top of the waterfall and it's pretty good up here actually. The water's not flowing down like it was at East Gippsland when I went camping, so that's always good. Very calm up here. Let's just test out how cold this water actually is, because I'm going to say, oh, it's not bad. Surprisingly, it's not too bad. But today's 26 degrees Celsius, so I'm sure people will be down in that bottom part of the waterfall swimming around. I guess if they were doing it yesterday and it was colder, 100% they'll be doing it today. So let's just hop up onto this rock. We'll go take a closer look towards the edge. But it's a spectacular view even from here, and I haven't even got to the edge. Just going to be very careful over there. I don't want anything horrible to happen. Always stay a couple of meters back. Pretty cool up here. I'm not going too close to the edge, I'm playing it safe. It's cool, but it's cold, so So will I come here and camp tonight? Look, I don't think so. It's a lovely spot just to come up and have a bit of a look around, but in terms of camping, it's just pretty much the rock face that leads down to the waterfall. So just by, just to be safe, I'm not going to camp there. If a heavy downpour comes or water comes gushing down unexpectedly, well, we all know what would happen there. You'd get washed down the river and over the waterfall. That's worst case scenario, so I just like to play it safe, and camping in the middle of a river on the rocks that can be submerged in heavy downpour is not playing it safe. But if you guys ever decide to come here, place your feet in the right spots. Maybe don't take kids here. Actually, don't take kids here. Just you don't want any accidents to happen. But I just thought you'd love to see this spot. I've seen people up here before in the past, and hey, look, it's 9 AM, 9:30 AM in the morning, and it's It's a lovely view. Okay, so in this video I'm actually contemplating whether to load up the full walk to the top of the waterfall or not. I'm probably going to not show it all. I'll do a separate video for that, because people who directly look up this site will be able to find it then. So that gives you a bit of an idea of where it'll be. I will actually drop the name of this place when I do the full walk video to the top of the waterfalls. So you will get some of the waterfall video, just not the full walk. So you'll probably just get the views from the top and hanging about up there, which is, hey look, that's great. But if you actually plan on doing the walk, be prepared for a future video where I'll show the full thing, or the filming that I actually did while walking from the track up to the top. Shows you the type of terrain we have to deal with along the track. So all in all, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a like, give it a subscribe. Everything helps. If you've got any comments you'd like to add, anything you'd like to see in the future, definitely pass it along to me. I read all the comments. All likes, all subscribes are much accepted. So I'm really enjoying doing all this, and more are coming. So if you want to actually find which spot this is at, just wait until the full walk video drops. But guys, I'll see you very soon. Gonna go find another spot and try and be a little bit stealthy.